Alright, boys, it is noon, March 23rd, Sunday. This is your message for today. Joseph with an appearance last couple of days. AD for life, returning. AD 2.0. A lot of talk about Gideon in the room. Good to see him bumping around. Congratulations to Trinity of Connecticut, winning its first ever national championship, Division III men's comeback win over NYU. Hell of a victory. Congratulations. It was a bad day for New York City, as New York University had a dominant year. They choke and lose the championship, and St. John's was bounced in the second round by the Razorbacks. We're moving on. This is day 2 of round 2. We're down to 24 teams. By tonight, we'll be down to 16 teams. We got Duke and Baylor coming up today. And the big one today, the big favorite in this year's tournament, Florida, number 1 seed, taking on 8 seed UConn Huskies. It's just the end of their three-peat. It's today, the day that it ends. Well, UConn showing up last Monday for afternoon trivia. UConn wins the first round. He needs all the help he can get. He not only showed up for afternoon trivia Monday, but he also got some more trivia karma yesterday by winning one for all the marbles, picking and doing a quality pick on the feature presentation for last night. UConn needs all the help they can get to pull off the upset today. UConn has done everything he can to get his team the karma. Winning yesterday's one for all the marbles and having a great pick. Yesterday's feature presentation, last night's feature presentation, picked by UConn, was The Nightmare Never Ends, also called Cataclysm 1980. On my print, I have a DVD of it. It's a 2-movie set with Boogeyman 1980 and The Nightmare Never Ends 1980. The title at the beginning has The Nightmare Never Ends. Some prints say Cataclysm. This film also is in the 50-movie DVD set called Nightmare Worlds, which you will hear me mention many times. Wednesday night, March 26th, on the premiere video on the Frank Attican channel of the spring season of movie watching. This kicks off the new year of movie watching. Can't wait. Alright, so The Nightmare Never Ends. Grainy, gritty. It has the feel of sometimes like it's voiceovers. A lot of strange subplots going on. First time I saw this movie, I didn't really care for it. This is the 3rd time I've seen it. I love it. This is going to become a must-watch film. I might move it into the spring season must-watches instead of having it lead in during the off-season. Either way, it's going to be a must-watch from now on. Yeah, there's some parts that drag maybe a little bit, but the villain is awesome. Cameron Mitchell. The presence of Cameron Mitchell in this, of course, of the Toolbox Murders, 1981, and The Demon, 1981, favorite of mine. Presence of Cameron Mitchell, some of his overacting is excellent. I love having him in this. Mark Lawrence is one of the best horror villains I've ever seen in my life. This guy is awesome. I've talked about this movie last year. This time I kind of gave like a review on it, so I don't need to go into all this stuff. But Mark Lawrence calling Cameron Mitchell a piece of crap. He's a detective. Cameron Mitchell said, "Be careful not to step on me. You'll never get the smell off you."
Watching that emotion, I did think that was a very sweet thing. That again,
Faith Clift
captures those emotions.
is the lead female. Charles Mull is her husband, the atheist guy who writes a book called God is Dead. He's really good in this. Robert Bristol is in this. Elizabeth Martin, and then Norma Clift is a bookstore older woman. Norma Clift, I assume, is the mother of Faith Clift in real life. No relation to Montgomery Clift, but
a lot of heat, and I think some of it's deserved.
And it's got some campiness to it. The deaths are nothing great. There's like a car explosion at the end. There's a weird thing of kind of a religious fanatic guy, I guess, getting dragged into the ocean or something. And he's like got his fingernails clawing the sand, and you don't really see anything.
Articles with his colleagues saying he's done.
And you're like, yeah, it's kind of goofy, but the ending of this film is, and I'm not a gore hound at all, but it comes out of nowhere. It's shocking, it's gory, it's terrifying, it's frightening, and it really just, it blindsides you at the end. And I was watching that and I'm like, this is what like true horror is all about right here. Like almost like, it's almost like Italian type of horror. And it's like, this is how I always thought horror would look like when I heard the word horror films before I started watching horror films. This is one of the best horror endings I've ever seen in a film. You have all the gore and stuff, and then you have the awesome shock twist and the power shot of Mark Lawrence. It was like Satan, and he's like, you root for him in this movie. You really do root for him. He's so charming and devilish. He's an awesome. I love his character in this. Last night's feature presentation, The Nightmare Never Ends, or Cataclysm, 1980. Such an underrated film. Check it out. Give it a shot if you have a chance. As we near the end of the year in movie watching. Coming down to just 5 days now. March the 23rd. A few deaths to talk about. Rest in peace, George Foreman. Rumble in the Jungle. What a man. George Foreman Girls. Rest in peace, George Foreman. Rest in peace, Kitty Dukakis, former First Lady of Massachusetts, passing away at 88 a couple days ago. And also passing away was at the age of 65, Kenneth Sims, who was a former #1 overall pick in the NFL draft out of Texas. Defensive end, taken by the Patriots, not appear in the Super Bowl 20. He had a broken leg. So former #1 NFL pick has passed away. Kenneth Sims. All right, so rest in peace, those three. Enjoy your day with the Bracket Madness, boys. Current water temperature at the beach area 51.8. We had a little 0.2% drop. Not looking good at all for this week or for a March visit, but trees coming along out here, and we'll check out hopefully tomorrow Bear Scott Stadium. See what things look like. I'm thinking it's going to be a pretty big difference from what it will look like last Monday. Enjoy the road to the Sweet 16 today. Big weekend. College hoops, boys. And I will see you for trivia.